Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Office Bloke Daz.
I'm Gaynor.
Here we are, two of us today. If Patreon's your thing, check out the link in the description below. There's absolutely loads of stuff on there. Starts just $3 a month, help support the channel. And you find full watch-alongs to a variety of stuff, ranging from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Seinfeld, Modern Family. We've got the quarterback, the receiver.
F is for family.
There's loads. Check it out. He's you won't be disappointed. I
Robbie
guarantee
Williams.
that. Yeah. Band of Brothers.
Yeah.
See, there is loads.
Yeah.
This is inside the $300 million 6666 ranch. The true Texas legacy of cattle, horses, and grit.
Yellowstone.
I love the ranch sort of videos
I
we watch.
do.
It's kind of makes me want to go and visit one sort of thing, but I'm not. It looks too much hard work for me.
Yeah, I'd like to live on a ranch, but I wouldn't like to work on a ranch.
We did that video with the guy who was the ranch hand, and he was he was going out and herding the cattle and all that kind of stuff. 6 a.m. and all that, and he's getting back in at like 8 at night. Yeah, it's
hard work.
Cold weather as well. Some of these places, but this is I guess this is Texas. Let's see what it's about.
Yeah.
Let's go.
They moved thousands of cattle out of Texas just to save the land during a brutal drought. They sold for over $300 million
4-6
and still run one of the largest quarter horse programs in the world. And yes, their pastures are so iconic, they're now part of Yellowstone's universe. This is the 6666 Ranch, better known as the 4 Sixes. And its real story is even more impressive than the legend. From oil strikes to elite genetics, from cowboy grit to global fame, we're digging into the history, power, and secrets behind one of America's most legendary ranches. You're watching Digital Papyrus. Hit subscribe if you're into stories that blend business, heritage, and wild Texas scale. Let's ride into the legacy of the 4 Sixes. The 4 Sixes story begins in the era of open ranges and cattle drives. It was founded by Captain Samuel Burke Burnett, a Texas cowboy turned cattleman, in the late 19th century. According to family history, young Burke got his start herding wild longhorn cattle up the trails and selling them up north. In 1870, at just 21 years old, he made a fateful deal, purchasing 100 head of cattle from a rancher named Frank Crowley. These weren't just any cattle. They all wore the 4 Sixes brand, an eye-catching mark that was hard for rustlers to alter. Burnett was so keen on that brand's integrity that he bought the rights to the 4 Sixes brand along with the herd. And so the name 4 Sixes was born, cementing a brand that would come to symbolize quality on the open range. But was the ranch really won with a poker hand? An enduring Texas legend claims that Burke Burnett won the ranch itself in a high-stakes card game with a hand of 4 Sixes. It's a colorful tale fit for a Western movie.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And it gave the ranch a mystique that endures. However, the Burnett...
I love the understanding of branding companies like that and the way he's gone about it. I've got a question. It's playing on my mind. It's been playing on my mind for ages, and I meant to ask ages ago. The cowboy hat, right? And I've asked a few people this question. No one's ever been able to answer it for me. The cowboy, I think it's an immense look. You've got to really sort of have the right sort of like physique and shape and everything to pull off a real big, strong cowboy hat. I know there's different brands like Stetson, for example, right? But is there like an hierarchy, or is it kind of like a better brand than others? Because I see some that are quite high on the sides, and then I see others that are quite low on the sides, but they've got like more of a curve in the hat.
Some people did actually answer you in the comments.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh, I must have missed that then. Yeah. So I'll have to go back and have a look at that then.
Yeah.
But I just wondered, it's same with the belt buckles and all that. And the boots. I just always wondered if there's like an hierarchy of like, this is like, I'm a more senior cowboy, if you know what I mean. Yeah. If I wear this hat. Sort of thing. Because the cowboy looks just mint, innit? There's nothing else that comes across like it's so iconic.
Yeah, the comments that came back were, there's not really a hierarchy, it's just more expensive. Ah,
right, okay. Because when you look at like different ways of looking at it, a cowboy can be everything, like the cowboy look, can be everything from like that gristly, like cigar smoking, poker playing, whiskey drinking, sort of like guy. And then on the other hand, you've got Brokeback Mountain, sort of thing. You've got everything in between, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So it's just very iconic for me.
You think of the check shirts.
Yeah. I love it.
That family has always denied this poker story. The truth is that the name came from those first branded cattle, not a deck of cards. Real history, it turns out, is just as impressive as the myth. Building a cattle empire in the 1800s, Captain Burke Burnett proved to be a savvy rancher and businessman. In 1881, he secured a lease on large tracts of tribal land in present-day Oklahoma, expanding his cattle operations and even earning the friendship of Comanche leader Quanah Parker. By 1900, Burnett had acquired the land in King County, West Texas, that would become the core of the Four Sixes Ranch. He chose the site near Guthrie, Texas, for its water and grass, and established the Four Sixes headquarters there. Burnett introduced improved beef cattle breeds onto the ranch, first Durham Shorthorn cattle and later purebred Herefords, to upgrade the quality of the Longhorn herds. His careful breeding paid off with prize-winning stock, and soon the Four Sixes cattle were renowned among the finest in Texas. Burnett's success allowed him to invest in the best. In 1917, he decided to construct the finest ranch house in West Texas on the property. He spared no expense. The Grand Four Sixes ranch house in Guthrie cost $100,000 to build, an astronomical sum at that time. Designed by a top architectural firm, this elegant 21-room mansion served as the ranch headquarters and a symbol of the Four Sixes' prosperity and permanence on the plains. The early 20th century brought both challenges and windfalls. In 1918, a brutal winter blizzard struck West Texas and killed 2,000 head of Burnett's cattle in one blow. It was a devastating loss, but the ranch recovered and learned to respect the fickle nature of Texas weather. Just a few years later, in 1921, luck tilted in the Four Sixes' favor with a discovery that changed everything. Oil was found beneath the range.
What story so far?
The first oil well on the ranch, in the Dixon Creek section near Panhandle, Texas, came in at 175 barrels in its first day and flowed steadily for over 50 years. This was the first big oil strike in the Texas Panhandle field, and it triggered a local boom. Suddenly, the dusty cow country saw an influx of wildcatters, oil workers, and fortune seekers. By the late 1920s, pump jacks dotted parts of the ranch, and oil revenue began to rival cattle as the ranch's financial backbone. With petroleum profits gushing in, Burke Burnett's outfit became more than just a ranch. It was an energy enterprise too. In fact, the oil wealth was so great that it later funded the Burnett Foundation, a charitable organization still benefiting Texas communities today. Captain Burnett himself, however, didn't get to enjoy this full oil boom. He passed away in 1922, just a year after the first strike. In a letter to a friend shortly before his death, Burnett quipped about the oil rush, saying, "There is more money in oil than cattle, don't you think?" It turns out he was right. Oil would secure the Four Sixes Ranch through the ups and downs of the 20th century. After Burke Burnett's death, the Four Sixes stayed in the family, ensuring continuity of vision. His granddaughter Anne Valiant Burnett, later Anne Burnett Tandy, inherited the ranch in the 1920s. Under her stewardship, the operation kept expanding. By 1936, the Four Sixes was running an astonishing 20,000 head of Hereford cattle, making it one of the largest cattle operations in Texas. Anne also shared her grandfather's passion for horses. She added renowned quarter-horse bloodlines to the ranch, including stallions like Gray Badger II and Hollywood Gold, which became foundation sires in the American quarter-horse world. This laid the groundwork for the ranch's future as a top horse breeder. Throughout the mid-1900s, the Four Sixes Ranch became an icon of the American West. Its very image was used to evoke the cowboy lifestyle. In fact, during the 1960s and 70s, the ranch's picturesque red barn and rolling plains appeared in Marlboro cigarette ads, symbolizing the rugged freedom of the West. Hollywood even came knocking. The 1975 Western film Macintosh and T.J., starring Roy Rogers, was partly filmed on the Four Sixes Ranch, showcasing its authentic ranch scenery. The Four Sixes had truly become a living legend, known in households far beyond Texas. By 1980, the ranch passed to the next generation. Burke's great-granddaughter, Anne Burnett Winfor Marion, often just Anne Marion, assumed ownership, along with her daughter Wendy. Anne Marion, a savvy businesswoman and philanthropist, continued the legacy while ushering the ranch into modern times. Along with ranch manager Joe Kirk Fulton initially, and later Joe Leathers, she made forward-thinking changes to keep the operation profitable and progressive. For example, in the 1980s, the ranch introduced Brangus cattle Brahman times Angus into their Hereford herds, producing hardy black baldy cattle that had hybrid vigor and resistance to pests like cedar flies. Over time, the breeding focus shifted entirely to Angus cattle, reflecting beef market trends toward Angus beef quality. On the horse side, the 4/6s program exploded into world-class prominence under longtime horse division manager Dr. Glenn Blodgett. The ranch stood some of the most famous quarter-horse stallions of the 20th century. Legends like Dash for Cash, Streakin' Six, and Special Effort, whose offspring collectively earned over $80 million on the racetrack. In 1993, the ranch won the AQHA Best Remuda Award, recognizing its outstanding herd of working ranch horses. And in 2013, it was named AQHA Racing Champion Breeder, reflecting its dominance in quarter horse racing. The 4/6s had firmly established itself as a dual powerhouse in cattle ranching and horse breeding, all while carefully tending its land and traditions. Fast forward to today, and 4/6s Ranch remains a thriving enterprise, one that honors its history while embracing modern ranching techniques. After 150-plus years of family ownership, a major change occurred in 2020 to 2022. Following the passing of Anne Marion in 2020, the historic ranch was put up for sale for the first time ever.
Wow.
A buyer group fronted by Taylor Sheridan, a Texas cowboy turned Hollywood producer best known for creating Yellowstone, purchased the 4/6s Ranch in 2022. The sale included all three divisions of the operation: the main 4/6s Ranch, plus the Dixon Creek and Frisco Creek ranch lands, and totaled roughly 266,000 acres of Texas land. The asking price? A staggering $341 million.
Wow.
Underscoring the immense value of this legacy property. It was the ultimate testament to what generations of investment, hard work, and reputation had built. Despite new ownership, the day-to-day ranch life continues uninterrupted, guided by many of the same managers and crew who have been here for years. The 4/6s remains headquartered in Guthrie, Texas, which is more of a tiny community, population approximately 160, than a town.
Wow.
In fact, Guthrie is essentially the ranch headquarters. From here, the ranch's business branches out into several key areas. Black Angus cattle operations. The 4/6s is foremost a cow-calf ranch, running about 7,000 mother cows on its vast pastures. These cows produce calves each year that are either retained for breeding or sold as quality feeder cattle. After decades of refining its herds, the ranch now specializes in Angus genetics to meet today's beef market demand. The cattle are known for their quality and consistency. The ranch's reputation as a front-runner in the cattle industry continues strong. In recent years, the 6s even launched 4/6s Ranch brand beef, a direct-to-consumer beef program that ships premium steak cuts nationwide, leveraging the ranch's name for top-quality meat. From breeding and backgrounding cattle to marketing branded beef, the 4/6s Ranch stays involved in every step of the beef supply chain. Elite Quarter Horse Program. Horses are the pride of the 4/6s. The ranch stands over 40 top quarter horse stallions at stud, making it one of the world's foremost quarter horse breeding operations. Many of these stallions are owned by outside clients but managed and stood by the ranch, drawing mare owners from all over. Modern reproductive technology is fully embraced. The ranch's on-site veterinarians collect and ship cooled and frozen semen globally, so breeders anywhere can tap into 6's bloodlines.
Incredible.
Each year, around 100 elite broodmares are bred, producing foals with coveted pedigrees. Horses born and raised on the 4-6s are known for cow sense, athleticism, and good temperament, traits carefully cultivated over a century. Some colts and fillies are kept as working ranch horses. Others go on to championship rodeo, cutting, and racing careers. And many of the best are offered to the public through high-profile sales. In fact, the 4-6s co-host the annual Return to the Remuda Horse Sale, partnering with 5 other famous ranches, like the King Ranch and Pitchfork Ranch, to sell ranch-bred horses to buyers around the world. In 2024, the sale at the Sixes saw 148 horses sold, grossing over $3.3 million, an average of $22,000 per horse, with buyers coming from across the U.S. and internationally. These numbers prove that 4-6s horses are among the most sought after on the market. Land and water management. Managing 260,000 plus acres of land requires meticulous care.
I just trying to find a place to stop it. The story behind this is absolutely amazing.
I'm just thinking half those horses will be in Saudi or Dubai now.
Possibly, yeah. Don't know. It's
got a massive racing thing over there.
They've got it globally. When you look at Hong Kong, places like that, Happy Valley, there's big racetracks in Australia, places like that. But it's but when I look at that and you think, when he said the price before 300 odd million, I thought, whoa, I was expecting way above. I thought it was going to 900, in the 900 sort of thing, close to $1 billion. But it was because the amount of volume of land.
Yeah.
But it's amazing how it's gone from sort of like a start of like humble beginning of buying like, a herd of cattle. And then obviously, they have the troubles, then they strike oil.
Yeah.
And then they've got the horse breeding. Now
Beverly Hillbillies.
Yeah, it's just an incredible story. It's one of them stories where it's brilliant. It's a great, so far it's a great story. But it's the oil side and then going all into the horse breeding.
Yeah.
Cattle breeding. I mean, I get cattle breeding, but when you're breeding it to the highest standard, now they're doing Black Angus steaks direct to consumer.
I wonder how long, because they were saying they freeze the semen. I wonder how long it lasts.
Oh, it's probably done within days. So
no, but I'm saying once they froze it, I wonder how long before. Like, is it a week or is it you've got to be done in a day?
It probably has to be done within a few days. So if they're flying it around the world, it'll be it'll be hand carried. Don't be careful what I said there. It'll be hand carried and probably delivered straight to the vet.
Yeah.
Who will be straight to insemination. So I mean, obviously depends on what stage of the female's at as well. Yeah. So or refreeze it.
Yeah.
Or not refreeze it, but keep it frozen.
Yeah. Until
the female's ready to take it in.
Yeah.
And the 4-6s Ranch prides itself on responsible stewardship. Conservation isn't a buzzword, but a necessity here. The range is divided into 119 pastures, some as large as 16,000 acres each.
Wow.
In these pastures, the stocking rate is deliberately kept moderate, roughly 1 cow-calf pair per 30 acres, to prevent overgrazing and protect the delicate semi-arid ecosystem. This strategy ensures that even in dry times, the grass and soil stay healthy and the cattle remain well fed. Water is life on a Texas ranch, so the Sixes has invested in extensive water infrastructure, 18 solar-powered wells, 29 traditional windmills, and 10 submersible pump wells feed 66 watering troughs scattered across the range. This network allows livestock and wildlife to thrive even in areas far from natural creeks. Managing such a spread is a huge job. The ranch employs between 50 and 100 employees depending on season, including nearly 20 full-time cowboys who still do things the old-fashioned way. On horseback, with trusty cow dogs at their side. Many employees are second or third generation ranch hands, proud to carry on the tradition as part of the Sixes family. Drought resilience and sustainable practices. The 4-6's commitment to the land is perhaps best demonstrated by how it handles drought, a constant challenge in West Texas. In 2011, a severe drought tested the ranch's resolve. Rather than graze the pastures into ruin, the ranch management made a bold decision: move the entire cattle herd out of state to find temporary pasture. It was an enormous undertaking and expensive, but it saved the land from ecological damage and preserved the genetic bloodline of the herd for the future.
Wow, brilliant.
Ranch manager Joe Leathers explained that protecting the range and the livelihoods of the ranch families took priority over short-term economics. After some badly needed rainfall, the cattle were brought home, and the wisdom of that sacrifice became clear. The grasslands recovered, and both cattle and wildlife rebounded quickly. For these efforts, the Four Sixes Ranch earned the Texas and Southwestern Cattle Raisers Association's Outstanding Rangeland Stewardship Award, 2014, and the National Environmental Stewardship Award, Region 4, in 2015. The ranch also embraces technology like electronic ID tags, EIDs, to track and manage its cattle with precision. During the 2011 relocation, EID systems proved invaluable, and now ultra-high-frequency tag scanners are used to monitor herds hands-free, reducing stress on the animals and giving detailed data on their health and performance. Whether it's old-school brush control, spending over $100,000 a year to clear invasive mesquite and cedar and improve grazing land, or new-school data tracking, the 6666 Ranch invests in the long-term productivity of its resources. Wildlife and conservation. With its vast acreage of varied habitat, the Four Sixes is home to abundant wildlife. White-tailed deer, bobwhite quail, mourning doves, feral hogs, and even predators like coyotes and bobcats roam the ranch's prairies and breaks. Rather than over-commercialize hunting, the ranch's philosophy has leaned toward conservation. In fact, parts of the Four Sixes traditionally allowed little to no commercial hunting, ensuring wildlife populations remained robust. The ranch has been actively involved in efforts to restore quail populations, partnering as an anchor ranch in the Quail Tech Alliance with Texas Tech University.
Well,
This program turns large ranches into living laboratories to research why quail numbers have declined and how to bring them back. By participating in these studies across 1.6 million acres of West Texas, spread over many ranches, the Four Sixes is helping to ensure that the iconic quail hunting tradition can thrive for future generations. Thanks to careful land management, like controlled grazing, water improvements, and selective brush clearing, the ranch supports both profitable livestock and healthy wildlife. Visitors driving through might see a trophy buck bounding across a fence line or a huge covey of quail whirring up from the grass, testaments to a balanced ranch ecosystem. Oil, gas, and new ventures. The pump jacks that started turning in 1921 are still an important part of the Four Sixes story. Generations later, oil and gas continue to be active revenue streams on the ranch. Over the years, new wells have been developed, notably a large oil field discovered on the main Four Sixes Ranch in 1969,
mad.
and the ranch has partnered with energy companies to tap its mineral wealth. Even as of 2018, large portions of the ranch's acreage were leased for exploration by Burnett Oil Co. Reflecting how the Burnett legacy in oil lives on, the ranch retained part of its mineral rights in the recent sale. Additionally, the ranch's vast land holds potential for wind and solar energy. In the sale listing, all solar and wind rights were included, hinting that the new owners could pursue renewable energy projects on those windy Texas plains. Popular culture and tourism. One of the most fascinating new crops the 6666 Ranch is cultivating is its Hollywood connection. Taylor Sheridan's involvement has shown a spotlight on the ranch in popular culture. The Four Sixes was prominently featured in Season 4 of Yellowstone, when one of the characters travels to Texas and the ranch effectively plays itself on screen. This appearance was a backdoor pilot for a planned spin-off TV series centered on the 6666 Ranch, bringing the real history and scenery of the Sixes to millions of viewers. While still in development, that series has generated huge buzz. The idea that a real, working ranch is the star of a primetime show is exciting to both ranchers and TV audiences. The ranch has even begun offering limited tour opportunities for the public, knowing that fans are eager to see the land where the Dutton universe meets real-life Texas ranching. And of course, the Four Sixes brand now adorns everything from apparel to a new line of seasonings and sauces. As the ranch's mystique becomes a marketing asset, far from being stuck in the past, The Four Sixes is embracing this new role as a cultural icon, all while keeping its boots firmly planted in the dirt.
It's a great story, that. It really is. It's all the way from the start, like I said, it had me hooked, that right sort of thing. And I've not seen Yellowstone, and loads of people have said you need to watch it. It's Kevin Costner, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I've never really sort of like been a bit massive fan of Kevin Costner, not for any reason.
Yeah.
It's just one of them things that I just thought, and it's for me, you don't come across as a cowboy. And I think, if you know what I mean. But everyone says no, you got to watch it. It's good. So I will get onto it. I will get onto Yellowstone. Yeah. But I enjoyed that. That was good. Yeah. The story behind that was just intense for going from what they did. A great humble start sort of thing, and the way they kept it in the family all the way up to was it 2020?
Yeah, when she died,
when she passed away. Yeah. It's a shame that it's sort of like I know they were the COVID years sort of thing, but it's a shame that it's sort of like passed on to someone else. But hopefully part of the sale was them keeping the tradition of what was there, and especially the staff and all that was working there. Because it would have been generations of, especially in the town where it was, and 180 people, was it 160 people or something? And I'm guessing they all work at the ranch. Anyone that lives there possibly works at the ranch or some part of the family.
It surprised me at the beginning when I think it was 100 grand they paid for it.
Yeah, that's right.
That was like, what is it, 1920 or something?
No, it was earlier than that, wasn't it? Yeah, but it was it's a hell of a lot of money. That was to build the headquarters, wasn't it? The house was 100 grand. Yeah, but it was what a great story. Yeah, I love seeing, like I say, that sort of like industry. You look at the vast land; it just goes to show how vast the USA is as well. Yeah. When you're looking out into land like that, but when you look at it, I mean, I know it's probably AI and all that kind of stuff that's been built up, but you do get vast lands that you can look out to. You just don't see anything. But it's I love that kind of industry as well. Yeah. Brilliant, keeps it going. I hope you guys enjoyed that as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Cheers.